take me alive, no matter how hard that you try. I'ma keep on fighting till the day I die.
In the present moment entirely. And there's no a minute from now or a minute ago. It's just that moment.
30 seconds into the fight, and Rousey is already fishing for the armbar. It's all over!
But there in cricket, the majority of the defenders don't wear gloves. Real men don't need gloves. Speaking of real men, Chael Sonnen, Gilbert Melendez here in studio, getting ready to watch this lady in the octagon, Ronda Rousey. What do you guys think? What do you expect for?
Well, let me start with a warning. Don't blink. Her last fight was only 14 seconds long. Look, she's taking on the top contender in Cat Zingano, but I don't know if anybody can touch Rousey's skills right now.
Yeah, Cat Zingano is a tough challenge, and she does match her as an athlete, but the skill level of Ronda Rousey is on another level right now.
We'll take a closer look at UFC 184 on this live Sports Center next. Sports. Tomorrow we're going to see Ronda Rousey take a step back into the octagon. Maybe it'll last a little bit longer than her last fight, which was less than 20 seconds. And she's looking to continue her UFC dominance. 10-0. She'll take on 9-0 Cat Zingano. In her last fight, as I mentioned, she took down her opponent in just 16 seconds. And a dominant professional in the octagon. Chael Sonnen and Gilbert Melendez are with us now. And Rousey's been fantastic. I mean, 10 fights, she's undefeated. 9 of them didn't get into the second round. How do you expect this to go down, Chael, tomorrow?
Look, I can tell you every Saturday of her life since she was a little girl, she woke up and tried to break somebody's arm. Her mother was a judo world champion. That's how she would wake her up in bed with armbar defense and make Ronda apply some armbar offense. This will be no different Saturday night for her. However, I do think physically her opponent, Cat Zingano, is more powerful than anybody we've seen her face in the octagon.
Yeah, armbar has been the key in the last 6 fights on ending it quickly. Gilbert, what is Rousey's biggest advantage here now when you take a look at this match?
Well, like Chael said, her first big advantage is she's been training since the age of 11 years old. Now, on a high level, training to get the gold medal. She did take the bronze, and after that, she started doing MMA, and she brought the same work ethic, and she's evolved dramatically in the sport of mixed martial arts, and she's brought that to the game. Here she is, intense, focused, confident, and that all comes with preparation. She's fighting the silver medalist, Sarah McMahon, right here, and she's able to finish her with some knees. Now, Sarah McMahon was ready for the judo of Ronda Rousey. She has an underhook here, and she puts her hips out, which neutralized the takedown of Ronda Rousey. But Ronda Rousey found an opening and landed the knee, so she's evolving, not depending on the striking, not depending on the grappling, but mixing it with striking. And here she is, more athletic than Alexis Davis, experimenting with her striking here. Lands a right hand, and does a beautiful judo toss to ground and pound. Now, what's most impressive about this is not just her striking, it's her transition, the way she blended the striking with the judo, and that's her constantly evolving and making her own style in MMA.
Any hope here? How does Zingano have a chance after watching that video?
Well, Zingano is the right lady for the job. You know, to play MMA math and who fought who, I think that Ronda's toughest opponent to date has been a gal named Miesha Tate, who is ranked #1 in the division, right behind Zingano. Zingano didn't have a whole lot of problems with Miesha Tate. She pushed her around. She was a little stronger, a little bit more physical. If you look at that as an equation, I think Ronda's going to have she's going to burn some calories.
All right, so burning some calories. So is it a question of getting into the second round? Who wins? And I want a prediction of what round.
All right, here. Bad news for Zingano is Zingano's a slow starter. Worst news for Zingano, Ronda Rousey isn't. Ronda comes right out there. Cat needs a feeling out process, and Ronda takes a hold of something. If she gets your arm, she's going to take it home, and I do believe she can do that in the first round.
What do you got?
I think it's an intense fight here. It's going to be an intense first round. That's all of Ronda's fights are. But I think Ronda's definitely going to get the victory. But Cat Zingano knows how to weather a storm and stay strong. Now, the big thing you got to take a look for is Ronda Rousey going to take her down and pass her guard immediately. If Cat Zingano can keep her in the guard, we can see later rounds. But I got Ronda on this one.
Get there early and make sure you don't step out of the living room while you're watching in L.A. UFC 184, Rousey versus Zingano. Thank you guys so much. Ahead on this live Sports Center.